Yeah, go ahead.
Well, today we're doing a little more sightseeing than motorcycle riding. It rained last night, but we stayed nice and dry. The first stop of the day is Friars Head.
See up there on the cliff? That's the little lighthouse. There it is. Right there. So,
The ground is soft here, I noticed when I put the kickstand down. So the last thing that I want to do is pick this big beast up.
beauty.
At the pumping station here, hikers can stop and fill their water bottles with cold, fresh water. And it's kind of become a tradition for us to stop and pump the pump. And now up to the look-off for some beautiful scenery. If you ever come to Campobello, take the time to come up to Friars Head. You won't be disappointed. It's kind of a fun little ride up here too. It's a little narrow, but it's just wide enough to squeeze past a car if one comes along. This is the look-off at Friars Head. It was originally built in 1881, and this look-off still sits on the original foundation. Friars Head is the name of a stone pillar located precisely below the cliffs that is only accessible at low tide by the beach. It was named Friars Head or Rock by the British Navy, who had a garrison here at one time. They used this rock pillar as target practice, and after years of pummeling by cannon fire, it began to take the shape of a friar or monk in deep thought. The Passamaquoddy Native Americans called this stone the Maiden Stone, and tells a story of a brave who went on a very long journey and asked his lover to sit on the rock and wait for him. However, he did not return. Terribly upset, she waited for him and sat on the beach below the head of the rock. And when the brave finally did return, he found that she had been turned to stone, forever to keep watch over the sea and the rock. And here is that stone pillar that's called Friar Rock. It's accessible only from the beach at low tide. And for you hikers out there, there's a trailhead that takes you down the cliff and will give you access to the beach so that you can go and visit Friars Head. And there's a loop in the trail that will take you back to where you started, through a very old apple orchard full of wild roses, and the smell is absolutely wonderful. Well, unfortunately, we've got to leave those wonderful smelling roses behind and get out of our hiking attire and get back into our riding gear. We're now going to head up the road, not that far, to the Roosevelt Campobello International Park. Now, this little jaunt coming down from Friars Head, it's not challenging and it's not hard, but it's funny how something simple like this can bring so much of a silly grin to your face. And as you travel down along this little route, you can smell the wild roses all along here. And I think this little route with the smell of the roses on it is a good example to me and others who really enjoy touring on their motorcycle, because you can't experience this from the car. Roosevelt Campobello International Park. It's jointly administered and staffed and funded by the people of Canada and the United States. Former President Franklin Roosevelt and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt's magnificent summer home is preserved here in a combination indoor museum and outdoor nature park. Now, I really wish that I could provide all the information about this place to you in this video, but I just can't. There's way too much history to go through here. I'll show you around a little bit here, this place, but I'll leave links in the description and on the screen so that you can do some reading on the website yourself. It's getting on supper time, so we're going to eat here at Prince's Cafe here. Beautiful spot. Anyone want to make a guess what that piano's worth? After we change out of our riding gear and have a hot shower, we've got just enough time to go down to the beach for a stroll before we lose the light. I never get tired of this place. And a hot cup of tea and s'mores before bed. Next time we explore the southern end of Campobello Island. Take care.
Thank you.